Hey people, welcome to Topcast Layer or Layer, whatever. Just here in my comfy little robe. I've been feeling a bit ill lately, so um, finally starting to get over my cold. Still have it a bit. Second week of It's a Wonderful Life, the play I'm in, is finished, and now it's starting on the third week. So it's going to be pretty cool doing the final week of that. So coming up after that, I've got a couple of things happening that'll keep me busy, which is good, but I might not be on here as much. But who knows? I might need to do some videos to throw some ideas your way. So a couple of plays maybe I might be able to do, which sounds good because I love doing my plays. And also a campaign that I'll be restarting eventually, which was the Legacy of the Crystal Shard campaign that I was running. And I think I've got that actually here. Just at the ready when I need it. Legacy of the Crystal Shard. So cool. It's so fun. Such a great adventure. I was lucky to get it before. I don't know if you can get it physically anymore. You can get a digital copy, but still, the physical copy is really good because it has a great DM screen that shows off Icewind Dale. So if you have a chance, it's got great source material if you want to do a campaign in Icewind Dale. And another thing I'll be doing is a new dungeon mastering, maybe a one-shot. I'm not sure if it'll turn into anything longer than that, but it's something that I'm playing around with ideas. Not too sure what it's going to be, but it's going to happen in about a month's time. So looking for some input. If I was to Dungeon Master you and run a Dungeons and Dragons campaign, what would you want in it? I've got a couple of kind of interesting ideas in my head, which I'll spitball with you a bit because just I like these ideas, and maybe they'll turn into something, maybe they won't. So there's the classic people are invited to a house, they all get an invite, and they all come to a manor, and it can be a murder mystery, it could be really weird manor where the rooms don't quite work the way they're meant to, so that can afford some really nice puzzle solving, some cool role play, and possibly some monsters along the way. But really, the main crux of it is you got to have an excuse why all these disparate characters who might not know each other are in the one place at the same time. So getting all invited to the same place is a good idea. A lot of campaigns start with you are all in a bar. I know I've done that one time because it's fun to do. But because every adventurer worth their salt wants to end up in some bar sometime, so they might as well all be in the same place at the same time. yeah, but it's hard getting characters to um, kind of join the same thing. So a lot of adventures start off with either that, or they have already pre-agreed to a job that they're all part of. It was like a bulletin board job where adventurers wanted. Come join this adventuring troop or protect this caravan or something. Which I don't know. I don't like those as much. But if they are all invited somewhere and there's some intrigue and they don't really know what it's about yet, um, that's an idea. And I was thinking of, well, okay, once they're there, to kind of close it off, because if it's going to be a one shot, I don't want them going all open world on me. So they have to be trapped in this mansion. And I started thinking of ways that could happen. One of the ways I thought of is there's these things in D&D called mimics. A lot of the time, they mimic things that adventurers are likely to want to go towards. Kind of like a Venus flytrap, but for adventurers. So they lure them in by looking like a chest, a chest full of jewels or something. And they get close and they try to open it, and it's actually, instead of a chest, it's the mouth of a mimic. So I'll see if I can just one check. I'll see if I can get a picture of it from the art book, because I'm pretty sure they've got a lot of art of mimics. One sec. Here we go. This ghastly chest thing is a mimic. So looks like a chest, but it's not. So yeah, fun times. Art and Arcana book, amazing. Check out my video on that to get a cool look through all of that. But yeah, I was thinking, what if the house itself is a mimic, and it traps them by just closing its maw? I mean, they could technically destroy the house, but I think if they start attacking the house, it might start digesting them. And the house is an actual, like, it's a house, but it's alive. Not like Monster House, where it's possessed by some kind of spirit or anything like that, but kind of like Monster House in that it is animate. And it only shows its true nature once they're inside. And the question then becomes, how do they get out? And so I'm thinking, excuse me, probably portals. Portals be good. But it's also begs the question, who would live in a mimic and why were they summoned there? And I've got a couple of ideas there. I don't want to spoil, but some of them are inspired by various houses that are alive, like Baba Yaga's house with the chicken feet. And that made me think of, the gingerbread house of the witch in Hansel and Gretel. And my mind goes to places like, well, who designs these fucking houses? Who's the person behind these weird houses that mostly hags seem to inhabit? Is it a hag that designs them, or do they outsource? Maybe they outsource. What kind of person would have dealings with a hag? Are they beholden to them? Is it a curse? Lots of ideas. So I want to do something along those lines, and that way I can have an encased adventure, like a dungeon crawl, or more a mansion crawl, and that way it means I can control the action a bit more and have some predictable kind of sequence of events that I can plan for, because that's one of the things that's hard when you're doing an adventure, is planning for it. You don't want to overplan, and you also want to know what's in each room that's coming up, and if they're going through corridors, and it's somewhat linear while giving them the freedom to choose where they go in the house. And it'll have multiple floors, and weird stuff will be on each floor. Lots of cool stuff I can think of. I'm looking to Curse of Strahd, of course, for the gothic feel. And also there is a great mini adventure in this, which you can use as a starting adventure, called Death House. My one's not going to be a copy of that, but it's going to draw inspiration from the design of the house, just thinking of what types of rooms I could have, and just mixing it up a little bit, having a bit of fun with it. The initial idea is that the manor is called Tombstone Manor, due to the look of the house kind of being shaped in a tombstone kind of, and made out of stone, and possibly having a mausoleum somewhere in the house, and maybe that's how they get out. I don't know. It's fun. I've got a month to plan, and it's good. It's good to have creative stuff to do. So anyway, tell me your thoughts if you think that sounds fun and cool. But I need to populate these rooms of this house, and I'd be really happy for you guys to put some ideas in the comments below. Any monsters that you like, any weird things, any horror movies you like. I just saw Hereditary. I should do a review of that movie because it was just amazing. The hype is real. I didn't watch it because it was so overhyped, but I highly recommend it. If you want a really good quality horror movie, it is a long movie. It's over 2 hours, but it's really good. Really great acting from everyone, and some interesting camera shots. Yeah, it's pretty full on, but it's also really subtle and reserved and realistic, which even the weird stuff you buy because of how real it portrays it. So let me know, comments below what you think. Like this video if you liked it, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time on the Top Cats Lair or Lair, whatever.